making stuff. Some of you may have heard about our iPad application. It's called 12. You can see it at 12app.com, 12 spelled out. It's our first effort. It's very much in beta right now, and it took us about 6 weeks or maybe 6 days to find out what we had screwed up. And we're in the process of making some changes to it right now. And then our latest effort, I can't really say too much about, but if you look real closely at the papers on the table here, this is a conference we had, this is a meeting we had just last Thursday at Capital Factory, wherein we are undertaking a significant effort with some significant time and maybe some significant money to develop something in the social media / events / managing your time more effectively arena. So those are our first two products. The idea is that, you know, a year or two from now, what you've got coming out of the Office of Disruptive Innovation, which is what my department is called, a portfolio of products. And it's a lot different than working at a newspaper or any other business where the methods of accomplishing your tasks every day are kind of tried and true. What we do is we come up with ideas, and they can come in from anywhere in Austin. They can come from, you know, somebody elsewhere within our company. We go ahead and switch the. Yeah, let's skip on that. I'll come back to that later. So the idea is that we come up with an idea. We take 6 weeks to prototype it, come up with a business model, and then we go to corporate and ask for funding to actually make the thing. Go ahead, Rocky. So our tools. Anybody heard this term? Can you raise your hand for me if you're familiar with this concept? Design thinking? Yeah, so maybe, you know, 6 or 7 out of the room. Design thinking was a process, I don't know if invented or coined or sort of mainstreamed, maybe is the right word, by the International Design Consultancy, IDEO. And it puts human desirability first and foremost, I mean, above everything. So in design thinking, you talk about, you know, what do we want to make that people are actually interested in? And if that seems kind of sort of obvious, then I would argue that it's not, because most companies, most traditional companies, this one included, and I was, you know, chief architect for many, many years, start first with the idea of what can we make money on? What can we do that's going to create, you know, some kind of profit center? And just to give you an example of that, when I was vice president for digital here at the Statesman, we'd look at our traffic and we'd say, man, you know, we really need more traffic to sections like life and arts that tended to be heavily female. And it's because the advertising department is coming downstairs and saying, gosh, we need more ad impressions in sections that, you know, women care about. So go out and create some content that will appeal to women. Instead of thinking, you know, what would really make this site better? What would make this site more compelling for women? And then, you know, having a product that you could then take to advertising and say, yeah, wow, we really think we're on to something here. So that was putting viability, commercial viability, first before desirability. And then the concept of feasibility is, you know, can we actually make this, or is it rocket science and we're way in over our head? So that's design thinking in a nutshell.